This is a solution that we've been working with these guys with probably about the last year. We've got a system running live with one of our customers. They think it's terrific. We're looking at it for a number of other customers. As I mentioned earlier on, NAV 2016 comes with the mobile app, running on any kind of device you want, and that's all standard mobile, standard NAV 2016, working on any device you want. This is an app that sits outside of NAV, but works very, very tightly with NAV, and we're finding that this is getting a lot of traction. One of the points I'll make is it's very good from a kind of cost perspective, and I'll chat to people about that later on if they want, but if you've got an awful lot of people who need to access NAV in this way, then this is actually quite an economical way of doing it. Anyway, over to Sándor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those two nice guys aren't me, but on the next slide. Yeah, you have to adopt my accent. First of all, sorry about that. My Sándor Brecsok, Part Manager of Mobile NAV, and Tibor Major, the Business Unit Director of my business unit, is over there. I always show his picture as well, as a respect, Okay, price is really important, and yeah, we are cost effective, but on the other hand, I'm hearing all the time that the internet is getting better and better. They're advertising that, but in the fact that's not true. Internet is getting faster and faster, but if you in an area and you cannot reach the signal, then you cannot work. You can work with mobile NAV, so you can reach many productivity tools, and you can reach your NAV with the standard client. But if you have a business critical workflow, and I believe all of us have, then probably you need an offline capable app, and mobile NAV is such an app. And that was one remark. And yeah, during the presentations, I realized that I cannot see the list. I cannot see the list from the back of the room. Mobile NAV solved that problem as well. We have a much better user interface, and you will see that you can see your list, you can see your job, you can do a job with mobile NAV. But yeah, a couple of words about us. We are Multisoft Ltd. We founded back in 1991, so we are here for quite a long time now. And as you can see, we are located in Budapest, the capital of Hungary, so we are Hungarian. We are 6 to 5 of us, so we are not a garage company or something like that. That means we do something right, and we do actually 3 things right. We have a dictation system business unit. We're developing for Philips industry from the beginning, and yeah, not surprising, we are developing dictation softwares. That's why mobile NAV work with Cortana, for example. So if you need a hands-free operation, you can talk to mobile NAV, and this is something like a futuristic method of working, but more and more people talk today, phones. Anyway, we have an innovative solutions business unit, which is represented by me today. We have many good products, but mobile NAV is the most important one that I want to present to you. And the business solution business unit is important for you because the Multisoft Ltd is, so yeah, the product is not developed by somebody, but developed by the biggest implementer in Hungary. We are dealing with Navision since 2000, so just even before the Microsoft had to cover the product. Me personally was a consultant for 9 years, and we are a technology-driven company, so you won't hear any more. I don't know if I can say bullshit from me. We have 200 plus projects, and we are really good. We are in the president all the time. It doesn't really matter. We have important goals during the. So yeah, well, we started this project 4 years ago, so we are on the market quite a long time. We want to support all of the smart devices, and that's true today. You can run mobile NAV on Windows C devices as well. You can run mobile NAV on BlackBerry. Just 2 examples that Microsoft does not support. That's funny, right? Microsoft does not support their own Windows C operating system. Anyway. Configurability is a must. What I will show you during this demonstration is a base configuration, which really just the basis of your configuration. So actually, just examples if you want. Easy to use. This is the son of my boss. So probably we reached this goal. The keep it simple means we are keep the solution simple for our implementing partners, so for turnkeys. We left the standard object as unchanged as it's possible. So you can install mobile NAV, I don't know, within 2 hours if you're good enough. And this is the architecture of the product. And it's interesting in a way, yeah, you will see why it is interesting. So you have your company domain. By the way, we are running on cloud, and we are running on the new managed service for partners. Microsoft announced that. They have mentioned that. We are running on that as well. What I'm talking about here is the local server scenario. So normally you have your own domain protected by a firewall, and those devices are waiting for connection. And within your domain you have your NAV server that should be a 2009 R2 or above. Another advantage next to mobile NAV, you don't need the latest version, you don't need to upgrade. You have to upgrade sooner or later, of course, but if you don't want to do it today, then you can reach your old database with mobile NAV. This version of NAV contains a so-called web service component that allows you to publish all of your paged and code units, which means you can publish any of your data and any of your business logic, even your custom one. So if you have any tailor-made solution in your system, that will work by default with mobile NAV. What we, and yeah, by the way, those are standard Microsoft components, so we have not invented anything. What we did, we have created a mobile NAV native app, and I do want to emphasize that the tablet and phone client is a web-based app. It's an HTML5 stuff. It's not a browser-based solution, but something like that. Okay, so with all of the pros and cons. Mobile NAV is a real app. You can download it, and for example, you can read barcodes pretty effectively with our solution, or we can do many other things, but I don't want to be too long. We have a unique concept of configuration because the mobile NAV app is an empty thing. The colors, even the pictures of the buttons came from the configuration. So you can store the configuration centrally in your database, which means it will be your legal property. So even your competitor cannot do the same thing. That's an important additional factor. You won't use a general app, you will use your own applications. Contains the metadata information, and that's what's also important. We have a so-called CFMD certificate, which means Certified for Dynamics Product. This is the highest level of integration next to NAV. It's pretty hard to reach. We are the only one around, actually, for 2015 and 16. Those are the communication channels. First, the client will check whether the configuration has changed or not. That's also important. Let's imagine that we will do a project together and we will create a really good configuration. But I assure you that within a week we will add extra fields. Things happen. That's not a problem with mobile NAV. Within a minute you can add this extra field, you can add the extra stuff for your configuration. And after the next login, all of the clients will use that latest configuration. So the rollout is pretty effective. And after that, the client will connect to the database directly. Okay, that was a little bit technical, but what is important, there is no mobile database between your NAV server and between the client. This is important because there is no synchronization, there is no recreation of your business logic for mobile operation or something like that. We are reach the server directly. Okay? Yeah. Please download the app and rate it. We have more than 10,000 downloads, I don't know, I think for a year in Google Play. And this is not the end user, so somehow people love to try it out. Please try this out. If you download it, you will use the same client if you buy the product. Just the URL drives to your server. So actually the client is free and we are using the same client. So you can download it for free, or your clients can download it maybe. In online mode, it's connected to the server directly and utilize the NAV business logic that, as I mentioned. I will show it to you during the live demonstration. What is important is this. All the existing data validations, data triggers, and business logic will be executed. So you paid really big amounts of money for NAV, you should use the business logic in it, even in your mobile solution. Okay, well, this is the point. You can use mobile NAV in offline mode, and you can program, or we can program for you any of your business logic using JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language that's well known around the world, and we are the only one who can use this language to customize the offline operation. Okay. You can print out things in offline, so you can do the whole operation offline. I would say. So you can print out the invoice, for example. We have a number of cities in offline. We have plenty of things for offline. We have a so-called offline cockpit that will shrink the data or manage the data traffic between the server and the client, and we can handle really big or really large databases. We have a user here in UK, and they're using it for 150 trucks, and they are a wholesaler, so they have, I don't know, millions of items. But this is not a problem with mobile NAV. That could be a problem with standard Microsoft product. Yeah, we utilize all of the device capabilities, so you can make an instant phone call if you're using it in a phone. You can write emails. We have browser integration. What is more important, you have Mac integration, so you can easily navigate to your customer or to your service site or whatever. And you can plan the route, of course, with mobile NAV from the, we are planning something like a optimization, route optimization. So that will be available from the next release or in the near future. We have barcode and QR code reading, and we are reading the barcodes natively, which means we don't need the operating system, you don't need to set up or something. If you install mobile NAV on a Windows C device, mobile NAV will recognize which device is it, and we use the Motorola SDK to drive the scanner directly. So it's really reliable and fast way to scan barcodes. We can print out any report in PDF and Excel format, create and delete and update any data even in offline mode. And yeah, what we have is image and signature capture even in offline mode, so it's also important. And we have GPS tracking. I love that feature actually. This is not just tracking, you can build business logic based on the GPS position of the user. So for example, we have a service company, a German service company, and the service technician cannot start the service operation if the service technician is not on the site. I don't know why it is important in Germany, but well, we have GPS boundary, we have many other things actually. Mobile NAV is multilingual, it speaks better English than me because we're using the caption multi-language property of the database, which means the caption of your database will be the caption of the field in mobile NAV as well. Barcode scanning. We have 4 types of barcode scanning. We can use the real ruggedized device, Windows C devices for your warehouse operation. So if you already have some, you can use mobile NAV with that. Those new Motorola-based rugged devices also available with mobile NAV. We have a cradle for my iPhone. You can try it out. We have a booth next to this room, and it's a really valid and working laser barcode scanner. So this is a cheap solution for barcode scanning. If you are in the iOS universe, and you can attach external laser barcode reader to your tablet or to your phone if you want. So barcode scanning is a real option with mobile NAV. Okay, supported mobile platforms. That's pretty important. So again, we have native real apps, you can download it and you can install it. We support iOS, all kind of version, Android, all kind of platform version. We have Windows 8 and 10, of course. We have Windows CE, we have Windows Phone, we have an app for the latest Windows Phone. I don't know if you're aware of that, but they have this really good new stuff. We are the part of the Microsoft Technology Adaptation Program, that's why we have the latest version all the time. And it's true for your NAV version as well. So if they will announce the next version of the NAV system next year, they have releases each and every year. Oh my god. Yeah, but we were ready because we already been working for them. And we have BlackBerry. I don't know if anybody is in BlackBerry here. In the US, they love it. Do you know why? They say it's secure because nobody knows how to hack it. Come on. It's might be true. We support yeah, many things. Let's go into the demonstration. It's much more interesting than me. So this is the NAV client. This is something like an Android tablet on the screen. And let's do a simple sales script. So I am a sales guy of this Chrome Ltd, and we will create quotes and orders together. Okay, so I'm on the site of my customer. So I will search for customers. And the first surprise here, there is nothing in the list on purpose, because probably you have 10,000 of customers. I know you don't want to download all of them, so you should filter first. This is not a mandatory, and list can be auto-refreshable. First filter that you can use is the standard thing. You can always filter for your own stuff. Or you can use any filter criteria that exists in the system. I will do a really simple thing here. But this could be the salesperson code, for example, or the region code, or whatever. And you can save a filter with mobile NAV. I think it's a pretty cool thing. You cannot do this with standard NAV. And you can save a filter as a standard filter. So a list can open filter by default. Let's see. Those customers that starting with A, doesn't really matter. We'll see if we have any. If we don't have, then we will shoot for the Canon group, which is the standard demo customer in the Microsoft database. Okay, let's try to use that as well. The Canon group, apply, and here we are, the Canon group VLC. On the card, under my fingertip, there are many interesting things, and yeah, you may realize that you can read it even from there. And that is important if you're reading. So Microsoft product is really good, but if you want to use it, yeah, you try that. Okay. But they are getting better and better. I can do many things. What can be important? I can drill down to this balance information. Technically, this is a flow field. That's important. So you can drill down to a flow field, and you can set up a flow filter as well. So I can check the balance information yesterday or whatever. I can do run further to the detailed customer ledger entry, of course. So I have all the historical data here. That invoice is problematic. But we will wait for that. You know me, I'm a full-time person, so I feel no any shame if things goes wrong. So let's do some action. I will create a quote. I'm clicking this document list here. By the way, we can extend this list, of course, with your stuff. So this is just an example. So we will create a new quote. We don't have a quote for that customer, and yeah, this is a new quote. We are online mode, so this is in your system already, and the other guys can see it. All of the sell to and bill to customer name and whatever are pre-filled here. By default, of course, so we will create lines, new lines. And at this point you can see the navigational method of mobile NAV. If you try this out, it's really simple. You cannot be lost. And this is important also. And you can, of course, check the header and the lines. Let's say we have 150 lines in the sales order as normal. You can find it easily. And yeah, let's say we want to sell an item. I can sell anything that exists in NAV, of course, resources or transportation cost, whatever. We invoke the item list here. This is an online item list. So here we are. What is interesting here is we have online inventory information by default on the item list. Let's shoot for, this is the capital A. when it should come. Okay, so Authent Desk is the standard Microsoft demo item, and we have 254 of them items, so I can sell it easily. That could be the item availability as well. That could be anything on the list. So if you're in the sales business, you can see your online inventory information. With mobile NAV,
and you can add quantity here, and that's it. And of course, this price is after the price calculation of your NAV system, and this and whatever I show you here is available in offline as well. Okay, I can add line discount. Let's say, I don't know, 10%, and of course the line amount changes accordingly. Yeah, one interesting additional stuff. If I'm clicking this little box icon here, I can reach the picture button. The picture is a general feature. In the standard database, the picture block field belongs to the item table. That's why it is here in the demo database, but you can take and show pictures wherever you want. So I will download the Microsoft stock picture of the Athens desk. Very nice, right? Those guys are incredible. Okay. And what's more important is to take a picture and output. You can take a picture as a proof of the delivery, you can take a picture as a quality assurance thing, or you can take pictures wherever. And you can assign the picture wherever you want. For example, you probably don't know that I have another company and I have welders. We are welding all around over Europe. We have 25 welders, and they take a picture of the job, of course, because I have to prove that we've done this. We told something similar with some of your prospects here a couple of minutes before. But that's enough me. Let's go back and then do the action again. If I go here, this is the header of the sales quote I can print out and document that exists. And this will be the stock Microsoft, in this case, where we are, the sales quote confirmation report. And this is it, if we will see it. Here we are. This is an annual report, but this is important for you. If you have a customized report with a logo on it and every other customization, you will see the same. You don't have to recreate it for mobile operation. That's also important. That saves your money, actually. Okay, so you can print out any report that exists in your system in general, and I will create an order from this quote. Yeah, I can ask Mobile Navy to not ask me again, because it's annoying in general. What I'm doing here is I'm calling a code unit. That's also a technically important thing. So if you have even the posting code unit, you want to post your invoice, you can do this with Mobile Navy. And of course, we will find this quote among the orders. Let's see this order. Sounds good. Here we are. And probably this is the last open one here. And we can continue changing and whatever, but what might be interesting for you, we can capture signatures and we can store signatures in the database. We can put the signature on the document, of course. So this is not allowed in Hungary because we are really strict, but in a normal world, you know, this improves that. Somebody signed it. Okay. I think that was the really short sales script that I wanted to show you. We have many other parts in the system. You might interest some other scenarios than a sales. So, that's good?
Yeah.
I'm right out of time?
Yes, you're
Okay.
dead on time.
I can talk forever. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.